Jai Gurudev student, good morning. Now, today we are going to start our new chapter. This is the structure of atom. Student, in your NCERT book, the structure of atom chapter started from the discovery of electron, that is cathode ray, discovery of proton, that is canal ray. Getting some experiments are given there, but actually these part of this content from the NCERT are omitted, and therefore I am starting my chapter from Thomson experiment for determination of charge by mass ratio. However, okay, to remind you, which you have already studied in class 9 about the discovery of electron, proton and neutron. Student, as the name of chapter suggested, structure of atom, isn't it? Actually, if we see the history started from the Dalton atomic theory, Dalton told that atoms are indivisible, that is a term which cannot be cut. Such a substance or matter which cannot be cut is known as atom, and atom is indivisible. But around 1900, Thomson performed an experiment called discharge tube experiment, where he was able to divide an atom by performing discharge tube experiment. Now, here we find that the discovery of cathode ray. About the cathode ray are negatively charged. Getting when in a discharge tube, the gas is ionized by passing the high voltage electric current. Okay, some rays start generating from the cathode side and it travels towards anode, that is positive end. Okay, and it is passing in straight way. It has some characteristics, that is they are materialistic particles, that is they are having kinetic energy, isn't it? They are negatively charged particles. After the discovery of cathode ray, Goldstein performed one more experiment to find the proton. Okay, what the changes has been made besides of the cathode? He took a perforated cathode, that is having large number of very small pore, and when the same experiment were performed, it was observed that the opposite ray produces from anode side and it passes through the canals of cathode and travels towards the cathode. Getting? Therefore, it is known as positive rays, or anode rays are named as canal rays because passes through the hole, that is the canal. So that was about the discovery of cathode and anode rays. Now, after discovery of cathode and anode rays, now the question where what is the charge? Like the electron carries negative charge and the proton carries positive charge, but what is the actually charge value? So it was very difficult to measure the charge value. Similarly, the electron and proton was so small, okay, and their weight is so too much less that it was that time it was very unable to weigh them properly. Therefore, we were not able to find the mass, even the charge. Therefore, the Thomson performed one more experiment to which he determined combinedly what? The charge by mass ratio. That is called E by M ratio. Now, what he performed the experiment in a discharge tube. One of the side is of that type, and here the anode was installed, and this is the cathode. Okay, when the electric field is applied through it, the gas filled under this discharge tube gets ionized, and due to this ionization, now the cathode rays start to travel from the whole of the anode, this is the anode, that is the canal, and it passes. You can observe the red dot, it strikes B, that is when there is nothing, no electric field, no magnetic field. That is, in the absence of electric field or magnetic field, without any deflection, the cathode rays travel and simply it strikes the ZNS screen. This is called a black ZNS screen. It is a black color. When the electron will strike here, it getting sign, or that is glow. So the glowing shows on B, it shows that there is no deflection of what? Cathode ray. Why? Because nothing is applied, no electric field and no magnetic field. But when the electric field is applied, it was observed that the cathode rays start reflecting and now it strikes part A of the ZNS screen, okay, which shows that here is the positive field and cathode ray are negative, therefore it deflected towards positive field. Therefore, besides of passing state, it getting negated. But when only magnetic field is applied, now it strikes part what? C of the ZNS coil. Okay, what it shows? It shows that in absence of electric field but in presence of magnetic field, again it get deviated and strikes C. Okay, but when there is a balance maintained between electric field and magnetic field, magnetic field, again it was observed that now it strikes B, same as when there were no field, and when both the field are maintained properly, then it strikes the B. The deviation or the deflection of cathode ray depends on the charge, okay, applied, that is how much electric field charge is applied and what is the mass of the electron. As greater the mass of the electron, lesser will be the deflection. Getting? So on that basis, the value measured by the Thomson, this is the constant value, E by M ratio is 1.76 into 10 to the power 8 coulomb per gram. Getting? Now after discovery of E by M ratio, now Milkins performed one experiment to find the mass of the electron. Indirect way, finding the charge of the electron. That is, it was not possible to find the mass directly. Therefore, he thought that let's very first find the charge on the electron. For this is called Milkins oil drop experiment. Here the cylindrical vessel. Okay, the upper part of the cylindrical vessel has a very small pore. From this part, oil, okay, is dropped, sprayed, which converts into very small drop. When one drop is getting fall down here, very first it is allowed to fall down with the gravitational force. Okay, on the basis of the time, that is the rate of falling of gravitational force, the mass of oil is found. Getting? After that, some gas is filled inside the vessel and by the help of X-ray, it is ionized. When the gas is getting ionized, now it converts into negative charge, that is electron. Okay, the oil captured the negatively charged electron, therefore now the oil drop become negatively charged. Okay, and then what? Electric field is applied. Upper part, the positive electric field, and downward this is negative electric field. Now student, as you know, the oil drop due to capturing of electron which is negatively charged become again negatively charged, so it is attracted by the positive electric field. In the same way, it is also attracted due to the gravitational force. When these two forces are balanced, there is the possibility of what? The oil drop should stop here, that is stationary position. At that time, what is the electric field applied on it and what is the mass of that oil drop? On that basis, the charge on electron is found and it was observed 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Getting? So on the basis of it, E by M is found. Here what? Only charge is observed what? 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and then to find mass of electron, the charge is divided by E by M ratio. Okay, like E, the value of E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and the value of E by m is 1.76 into 10 to the power 8. Okay, solving this, it comes 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. So that become the mass of electron. Similarly, to find the mass of proton, the same experiment is performed, only the changes is the anode. Getting? Here, it was found that E by m ratio for proton is very, very low. Look at here, E by m ratio for electron is 1.76 into 10 to the power 8, but for proton it is 9.5 into 10 to the power 4. That is, the value of E by m ratio is very, very low. It is because proton is quite heavier. So when it is solved, the value come 1.672 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Thus, that become the mass of the proton. Similarly, the mass of neutron is fine. It was 1.674. Here is the difference. That is what 2, and here is 4 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. How the neutron were discovered? The neutron were discovered by bombarding the beryllium atom by the alpha particle. What is alpha particle? Alpha particle has 2 positive charge and its mass is what? 4. While the beryllium, its mass is what? 9 and atomic number is 4. So when it is bombarded, now the 4 plus 9 mass become 1. Okay, after striking, so 4 plus 9 is equal to 13. And the atomic number become 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So it become the carbon, that is the beryllium, now convert into carbon having atomic number 6 and atomic mass 12. But the difference in the mass 4 plus 9, it is equal to 13 minus what? 12 is equal to 1. So the charge, that is the mass of unit mass of neutron, find what? 1, but there is no charge. So this is about, you have to learn it properly.